Welcome to the video lecture series on random variables and stochastic processes. So in this video lecture we are going to discuss about what is probability distribution function. So what is probability density function. So here if you see the contents of today's topic, so it includes the what is the learning outcomes, that means after completion of this course what student is able to do. And one more thing is probability distribution function. So we are going to solve some problems on probability distribution function, and after that probability density function along with some problems on probability density functions. So first we see the what are the course outcomes. So whenever the course is completed, the student able to do that, he is able to determine what is the distribution function and what is the density function for the different experiments, which are maybe in the continuous case or it may be in the discrete case. He is able to find out what is corresponding probability distribution function as well as density functions. So now we will see what is probability distribution function. So if you see the another name for this one, it is an cumulative probability distribution function. So the both names are same. So what is probability distribution function is, the probability distribution function always gives the probabilistic behavior of a random variable. So what does it mean is how the probabilities are distributing. So if you going for the different cases for different values, how the probability is distributing, entire description will given by the probability distribution function. So mathematically how you are going to write probability distribution function is, suppose if you are taking an event capital X less than or equal to small x. So here this is the small x indicates that it is a real value, and the capital X indicates that it is a random variable. So now whenever there is an event capital X less than or equal to small x, so now if you are going to find out what is the probability of that particular event, so that means the probability of this one, so probability of a capital X less than or equal to small x, you can name it as a probability distribution function. So what does it mean? How we are going to indicate this one is, simple logic is, the probability distribution function is always indicated with capital F and suffix capital X. So what does it mean is, capital X indicates that it is a random variable and includes bracket, within the bracket small x. So what does it mean is, capital F is always indicates probability distribution function for a random variable capital X, and it's also a function of small x. It is always equal to the probability of the event capital X less than or equal to small x. So now, so from this expression we can conclude that the probability distribution function always gives the probability of the event capital X less than or equal to small x. So what does it mean is, so what is the meaning of this probability is, it is going to add all the previous probabilities of x lesser values, less than x values. That means it will add the all previous probabilities. Suppose in case of x we are having the 2, that means what, previous values of probabilities, maybe 1 probability, maybe 0 probability. So these all real values of probabilities are going to be added. That means what does it mean? It is cumulatively added the all previous values. So that's why I can also name it as, it is a cumulative distribution function. So now the final expression for the probability distribution function is, capital Fx of x is equal to probability of x less than or equal to small x. What does it mean is, it is going to add the all previous values of x probabilities. So now we are going to solve some example on a probability distribution function or cumulative distribution function. See, in this example, consider an experiment tossing 3 pair coins. So now I am taking the 3 pair coins, I am going to toss. If x is a discrete random variable of the event showing the number of tails. So now whenever you are going to tossing the 3 pair coins, so we all know that what is the sample space for that. For this is S is equal to, the sample space contains, so one is if you are starting with tail only, tail, 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 head, tail, head, tail, tail, head, head. So if you are starting with head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, and head, tail, tail. So these are the 8 values of our sample space. So now if you observe that, what is our random variable? The random variable is showing that the number of tails. So if you observe here, sometimes we are going to get the 3 tails. So here 3 tails are existing, but sometimes 2 tails are existing. Here also 2 tails are existing. Here 1 tail is existing. Here 0 tails are existing. Here only 1 tail are existing. Here also 1 tail. Here also 2 tails. So that means each and every time, each and every experiment, we are going to get 0 tails also there, 1 tail also there, 2 tails also there, 3 tails also there. So for that purpose, how I am going to define my real values is, suppose I am taking x1. So my x1 is telling that it is in getting 0 tails. Getting 0 tails. So how many number of times tail is repeating means it is 0. So how many cases are there? Among 8 cases, only 1 case is existing like this. So head, 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 in that case only we are not getting the any tail. So that is why only 1 case is available. So that means if I want to talk, what is the probability of getting the x1? I can say that 1 by 2 cube, that is 8. So that means among the 8 cases, only 1 case is existing for getting 0 tails, that is represented by a real value x1. So now if you are taking the same way x2, x2 is indicated with getting of only 1 tail. So only 1 tail. So how many times 1 tail is repeating? This is the 1 case. This is the 1 case, this is the 1 case. So total 3 cases are there. So now if you taking what is the probability of this, so now I can say that 3 by 8. So out of 8 cases, I have the 3 cases are satisfying my criteria. So now if I am going to take x3, that means getting 2 times tails. So 2 times tails. So now I am taking P of x3. So how many cases are there like that? So here 1 time, here 2 time, here 3 time. So now this is also exactly 3 times is coming. So 3 by 8. Now x4. So what is x4 is telling? Getting 3 tails. So getting 3 tails. So now I am taking P of x4 is equal to 1 by 8. Why? Because 3 times repeating, only 1 condition is there. So now I got the entire probabilities for the different cases. So that means what? Probability of x1, probability of x2, probability of x3, probability of x4. But here x1 is the getting of 0 tails, x2 is the getting of 1 tail, x3 is the getting of 2 tails, so x4 is the getting of 3 tails. So now this is what our sample space, the corresponding probabilities are taken like this. But our question is, so we have to find out what is the probability distribution function for this. So we all know that what is the probability distribution function for this is, so simply, so I can write these all values in terms of tabular form. So how we are going to write in terms of tabular form is, so now how we are going to write in terms of tabular form is, so now initially I am drawing the table like this, and within this I am going to take what are the x values I considered. So there is an x1 I considered, x2 I considered, x3 I considered, x4 I considered. So there are 4 real values with corresponding probabilities. So what is the probability of x1? I taken it is in 1 by 8, this is 3 by 8, again 3 by 8, again 1 by 8. So we all know that x1 is the 0, x1, x2 is the 1, x3 is the 2, x4 is the 3. Why? Because these all are the real values. 0 time tile, 1 time tile, 2 times tile, 3 times tile is repeating. So now this is the tabular form. But now from this, how we are going to write our probability distribution function? So now if you want to find out probability distribution function, we all know the formula is probability of x less than or equal to small x. This is an event. So now if you want to find out what is the probability of first 0, that means what? What is fx of 0? So now I am going to write that what are the corresponding values of probability distribution function. So now I am going to take what will happen to the fx of x for x is equal to 0. So if we are taking the first value, suppose in place of x1, suppose you are substituting x1, I can write probability of x less than or equal to x1 is the formula. So now if you observe, is there any probability lies before this? So there is no probabilities as existing before 0. So that is why I can say that this is a combination of only at x is equal to x1. Why? Because less than x1 there is no probabilities are existing. So from the first value only we are going to take, so x is equal to x1, only one value is existing. So now I can say that fx of x1 should be equal to, what is the probability at x is equal to x1? It is exactly 1 by 8. So the answer is also 1 by 8. So that means I can say that fx of x also 1 by 8. Now if you go for the second one, what is that? What is the probability of fx of x2? So if you want to write, the formula is same again, probability of x less than or equal to x2. So now if you observe, is there any values are less than this? So if you are writing in terms of 1, that means what? Fx of 1. What is the meaning of this? Probability of x less than or equal to 1. So is there any values less than 1? So 0 is also there, 1 is also there. So now I can write this one, probability of x is equal to 0, that is one probability, plus probability at x is equal to 1. The both are including in this case. So now what are the values? At probability of at x is equal to 0, answer is 1 by 8. This value is 3 by 8. The finally I will get the answer is 4 by 8. So that means the value of this one is 4 by 8. So similarly I am going to write the remaining things also. That means what? Probability of getting x3. So what is the value probability of x3? That means less than 2 you can take probability of 2. So what does it mean? Probability of x less than or equal to 2. So how many probabilities are existing in this? Probability of 0 is existing, probability of 1 is existing, probability of 2 is existing. So that means I can write that this is equal to probability of x is equal to 0, probability of x is equal to 1 and probability of x is equal to 2. So all values are including up to 2. So now what is the value? This is 1 by 8 plus this is 3 by 8 plus this is 3 by 8. The total values are 7 by 8. So now the value is 7 by 8. So now finally we have the one more thing. What is that one is? What is the probability of x4? So what is the probability of x4? Again you have to write x of 0 plus x is equal to 1 plus x is equal to 2 plus x is equal to 3. If you add the all values it will gives 8 by 8. 8 by 8. So now this is the criteria. You have to follow it to find out the probability distribution function. But now my question is, so here at x is equal to 0, my value is 1 by 8. At x is equal to 1, my value is 4 by 8. My x is equal to 2, 7 by 8. My x is equal to 3, 8 by 8. That means what happening inside this one is, every time for first value 1 by 8, so these two values are added, it becomes 4 by 8. These three values are added, it becomes 7 by 8. These all values are added, finally 8 by 8. So this is what exactly cumulative distribution. That means you are adding the all previous values. So now if you want to draw the graph for this, so we have the tabular form with us. So by using this tabular form, first you should draw the what is x-axis values, what are the y-axis values. So this is an x-axis, this is an y-axis. In x-axis we have the real values x only. In this one we are having the distributed values fx of x. So now I know that the starting from this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Why? Because my real values are starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Only 4 cases are there. So that is why I taken 0, 1, 2, 3. So now what are the corresponding values of fx of x I am going to get? So just assume that what is the probability distribution function at fx of 0? This is absolutely equal to 1 by 8. Suppose let us assume it is 1 by 8. So this is the probability distribution function. So now at 0 the value is 1 by 8. So like this I am going to take. But if you go for at 1 directly, what is the value here? Here 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8, 4 by 8 we already got it. So now the value is 4 by 8. That means what? At 1 the value is 4 by 8. But I have a question that if suppose here we are going to take, suppose if you are taking the value at exactly 0.9, what will happen? So if you are going to take exactly 0.9, that means what? The probability lies between x less than or equal to 0.9. So what is the meaning of this? It should add the all previous values of 0.9. So what are the values we have only? We have in our account only x is equal to 0. There is no remaining probabilities are existing. So what is the value of this? This is 1 by 8. That means what? Up to 0.9, the value of the function is exactly equal to 1 by 8 only. At up to 0.9, the value will becomes 1 by 8 only. So whenever you have the only at this portion, so it will not come actually at this portion only, it will rise to the 4 by 8. So that means the graph is starting from here, but up to 0.9, the probabilities are only one value is existing. So that means up to this the graph is coming like this, and up to 1 only, after 1 only it will rise to the 4 by 8. Again the same question will come at point 1.9. So what will happen? Probability at x less than or equal to 1.9. That means includes 0 plus 1 probabilities. That means what? Up to 1.9 also the probability will gives 4 by 8 only. 4 by 8 only. At 2 what will happen? This 1 by 8, this is 3 by 8, this is 3 by 8. Total how much? 7 by 8. So it will reach to 7 by 8. Again up to 2.9 or 2.99, what will happen? These three probabilities only we are adding. Why? Because less than 2.9, only 3 values. One is 0 is included, 1 is included, 2 is included. So from 2 to 2.9 also it will have the same value, that is 7 by 8. So now if you go for the last one at 3 what will happen? So probability of at x is equal to 3, it is absolutely equal to the 8 by 8, that is exactly 1. So 8 by 8, that is exactly 1. So now my question is, what will happen after 3? So now what will happen? If suppose I want to take at probability lies at less than or equal to 4. So what does it mean? So whenever you are going for the probability of x less than or equal to 4, you know the probability how you have to calculate. It is having the all lesser values, maybe includes 0, 1, 2, 3. So at 4 also you are adding the previous ones only. So if you add the 0, 1, 2, 3 probabilities, the value is 1 already. So now if you go beyond this 3, always it is having the probability distribution function as in 1. So this graph is never ends like this one. The last value is keep on going up to the like x values only. So the final value, the final standard value for any distribution function is 1. My final graph is coming starting here, going like this, and after that going like this, after that again again. So now we can say that this is a staircase. So whenever you are doing the cumulative distribution function for the discrete cases, the graph will gives in like in staircase waveform. So now how we are going to write the expression for a probability distribution function? So now just now we calculate an example for this. So within this example what we discussed is, so there is an x value 0, what is the density function, x is equal to 1, what is the probability distribution function, what is the x is equal to 2 probability distribution function. But now my question is how I can write this one in a mathematical way. So now the mathematical expression for the discrete for the probability distribution function for a discrete random variable. So later on we will discuss about the continuous random variable. So now we will discuss about the discrete random variable. So this is given as, so how we are going to calculate fx of x is exactly equal to, it is in summation of I is equal to 1 to n. That means how many real values are there with you. That means it's not related to the I is equal to 1 means what? The first value to the last value, each and every value, each real value, the first real value to the nth real value. So the corresponding probabilities, that means what is the first real value? X1 means it is in first real value. The corresponding probability is multiplied with u of x minus xi. So we all know that u of x minus xi is a unit step function. So what is unit step function? Always tells that it is only 1 for positive, it is 0 for all negative values. So now if you are just writing this expansion, then you can say that this is our expression for our probability distribution function. So how we are going to write this one? The expansion was p of x1 is multiplied with u of x minus x1 plus p of x2 is multiplied with u of x minus x2 plus and so on, like that. But just remember here what is the x1 x2 means, they are not fixed values. This is the first value, this is the second value, like that you have to consider. So till now we discussed about the what is the probability distribution function. So what are the examples on the probability distribution function? So now here one more probability one more function is there which is also very useful as compared with probability distribution function. So now what is that one is, it is an probability density function. So it is a most probably usable function in the mathematics in random variables. So that is probability density function as compared with distribution. So now what is this one is, it is a basic mathematical tool to design the probabilistic behavior. So we already studied in the PDF, capital PDF, probability distribution function. So that will describe the probabilistic behavior. But that probabilistic behavior is going to design by this tool that is called probability density function. So both are almost similar to each other, but there is a small variation. What is that is, so the expression for the density function is written as small fx of x, where it is indicated by the small f, that is density function indication. Capital X is the random variable, small x is the real value, is directly derivative of small d by dx of capital Fx of x. So whenever we are writing the derivative for this, then that is will given by the small fx of x. The simply derivative part of this one, it will gives the small fx of x. So here now how we are going to write the expression for the probability density function. So if you compare the distribution and density functions, the distribution function is always cumulatively add the previous values and it will give the present value. But whenever you are going for the probability density function, it will always give the corresponding probabilities. That means what? At exactly 0, what is the probability? At exactly 1, what is the corresponding probability? At exactly 2, what is the corresponding probability? Like that only it is going to be given to us. So now what is the expression for this PDF, small PDF is, so now we all know that the small fx of x is equal to d by dx of capital Fx of x. So we already find out what is the expression for capital Fx of x. So now I am writing d by dx is, so what is Fx of x? We written sigma I is equal to 1 to n probability of xi is multiplied with u of x minus xi. So now whenever you are doing derivative with respect to x, these all values are constants. So it will directly go to here only. So now I can write sigma I is equal to 1 to n probability of xi is differentiation with respect to x u of x minus xi. But from our mathematical knowledge, so what is the derivative of u of x minus xi? It is always will give the del function. So that's why my final expression will becomes sigma I is equal to 1 to n probability of xi is multiplied with del of x minus xi. So now this is the final expression of small fx of x in discrete domain. So that means what? The probability will multiplied with the impulse function. Impulse function means what? It will give the corresponding value only. Del of x minus xi is only valid at xi. X is equal to xi. So probability of xi. That means what? It will give the corresponding probability values. It is not adding the any previous values. It will give the only corresponding values. So now we are going to take the same example what we discussed earlier. So consider a experiment tossing a 3 fair coins if x is a discrete random variable of the event showing the numbers of tails. So now we already discussed about this. So now just I am going to write what are the values we got it in the previous experiment. So now I am going to draw the tabular form again. So here we have the x values and probability of xi values. So there is an x1, x2, x3, x4. But sometimes you can directly write in place of x1 you can write 0, 1, 2, 3. So there is no problem. Okay. So now what are the probabilities by tossing 3 coins? 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 3 by 8 and 1 by 8. So now my point is, what is the expression for this? So by using the expression or you can directly draw the graph also. So first we are directly draw the graph for this. So just I am taking x-axis as in real values and y-axis as in small fx of x. That means it is a density function. So now if you see here, what are the real values we have? 0, 1, 2, 3. So now if you observe, what are the fx of x values? So simply from the expression also you can say that, so fx of x is exactly equal to sigma I is equal to 1 is multiplied with p of xi into del of x minus xi. So I am just for my convenience I am writing for the only one value. What is the p? First one, f of x1, p of x1, what is the value? 1 by 8 is multiplied with del of x minus x1. So x1 means you can say that it is 0. Okay. Plus what is the next value? Summation 3 by 8 del of x minus 1. What is the next value? 3 by 8 del of x minus 2. What is the next value? 1 by 8 del of x minus 3. So now if you observe this expression, so what it is telling? So if you need fx of x, so the function amplitude at x is equal to 0. So that means just substitute x is equal to 0 here. Here x is equal to 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Del of 0 is equal to 1. We all know that. Then 1 by 8 will come. Plus here 0. 0 minus 1 means minus 1. What is del of minus 1? So del function is valid only at 0. Remaining all places it is 0. So now del of minus 1 will becomes 0 into something. Here also del of minus 2 0, del of minus 3 0. So only one value is existing. So that means at x is equal to 0, that means fx of 0. So I want to find out what is the amplitude at x is 0. So now it will given as, 1 by 8. Suppose here the amplitude is 1 by 8. Now if you want to find out what is fx of 1, that means what? At 1 what is the amplitude I have to find out. So at 1 if you substitute 1, del of 1 minus 0, del of 1 is 0. Why? Because del 0 only 1. Del of 1 means it's 0. So here if you coming 1, 1 minus 1 0. So this value is now going to be adjusted. So now that means this value will given as 3 by 8. So now if you go for the 2. So 2 means again 2 minus 0, del of 2 0, 2 minus 1, del of 1 0, 2 minus 2 0. So now third value is adjusting, that value also exactly equal to the 3 by 8. So now if I am going for the fx of 3, so 3 is equal to means what? 3 minus 3, this one only will adjust. So this is again exactly equal to 1 by 8. That means, so from this graph what I can give final conclusion is, here the corresponding probabilities only we are representing. What is the 0 probability? 1 by 8. What is the 1 probability? 3 by 8. The same values are we are going to represent. So now the final conclusion is, the density function is always gives the corresponding probabilities. But as compared with the distribution function is always gives the previous summation. That means cumulative addition of the previous values. Okay, so this is about the what is probability density functions. So now we are going to solve some problem on probability distribution function as well as probability density functions. So these are very important topic for us. So a random variable x as shown in shown in table. So find the what is the value of k and what is the capital Fx of x. This is distribution function, this is density function, and draw its plots. So now here the one table is given for us. The x is an random variable. So x is an random variable, but it is having the real values like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. But in our example we taken 0, 1, 2, 3. So real values means it may be a positive, it may be a negative. So that's why he himself he given that the real values are like this, the corresponding probabilities are like this. But if you see the corresponding probabilities, they are multiplied with some constant k. So here 0.5k, k, 0.3k and k. So now what he is asking that, what is the find the value of k? So now we have our basic knowledge for the axioms of probability. So from that axioms of probability we can say that the total probability is always 1. So now, so my first question is, what is the find the value of k? So now we all know that the total probability, it is in discrete domain, right? Now I can say that the sigma of p of xi is always equal to 1. Always equal to 1. From that all probabilities, sum of the all probabilities should be equal to 1. So from that knowledge I have the probabilities like one is 0.2, another one is 0.5k, another one is k only, another one is 0.1, 0.3k plus k is equal to 1. So I am summing all the values. Okay, so now if you add the all values 0.2 and 0.3 and 0.5k, 1k, 1.5k, 1.5, 1 means 1.8k, that means 2.8k is equal to 1. So I need the only k value. 0.8k is equal to 1 minus 0.3, it is 0.7. So now what is the value of k now? K is equal to 0.7 by 2.8. So this is exactly equal to 1 by 4, or you can say that it is 0.25. So now, so this is the way how we are going to calculate the k. This is in simple logic. So you just add the all probabilities and equate to the 1, then you will get your k value as in 0.25. So now after that what I have to find out, what are the distribution and density functions. So distribution and density function, we need the all probabilities of this one, but this probabilities include some k, but anyhow we find out 0.25 as in k value. Just substitute over here, k is equal to 0.25, 0.25. So now after substituting all 0.25s, got the values 0.2 here. Initially it is multiplied with 0.25, it is k, that is also k, that is also multiplied with 0.25. So now this is the next table. Just I am modifying all our substituted k values into the table. So now how I am going to find out capital Fx of x. So we all know that how we are going to calculate capital Fx of x. We know the formula, Fx of x is always equal to probability of capital X less than or equal to small x. This is what we know it. So from this expression only I am going to write. So what is the probability distribution function for the first real value is minus 3. So I am going to take fx of minus 3. So probability of x less than or equal to minus 3. So from this what I can say that, so less than means I don't have any real values of less than this one. So only minus 3 only is existing. So there is no lesser value than minus 3. So it is the direct probability is equal to 0.2. So now if you want to find out what is the probability density function at minus 2. So how we are going to find out minus 2? We know the formula, probability of x less than or equal to minus 2. But if you observe this one, this will includes what are the values are less than minus 2? Probability at 3 and also probability at 2. Only two values are existing, minus 2, sorry, minus 3, minus 2. So only two values are existing. So now I can say that this is 0.2 plus 0.125. So finally you will get 0.325. 0.325. So in the similar way you have to calculate what is probability density function at minus 1. So at minus 1 what is the formula? Probability of x less than or equal to minus 1. So that means what? At minus 1 it will include this value as well as this value. These three probabilities are going to be added. So already it is 0.325 up to this. So remaining thing you have to add 0.25. So that means 0.575. 0.575 if you add the three values. So in the similar way fx of 0. So probability of x less than or equal to 0. So if you add the all previous values, so now again we have to add the 0 probability also. So 0.1 means 0.675. So now if you are going to write fx of 1, so probability of x less than or equal to 1. So this value also now it is going to be included. So 0.075 if you are going to add, so that means what? How much you are going to get? 0.750. So now what is the last probability distribution at value at 2? Probability of x less than or equal to 2. That means what? It will include the all previous values less than 2. So finally the answer is 1. So just keep in mind that the entire last probability distribution function is always should be equal to 1. Why? Because we have to add the all previous probabilities, then only your final value you are going to get like this. Okay. So now the fx of x is calculated. So now if you want to write this expression in terms of discrete domain, so we all know that the formula. So fx of x is directly given as sigma I is equal to 1 to n. Probability of xi is multiplied with u of x minus xi. This is what we have to write. So that means what? What is I is equal to 1? P of x1. What is here? x1 means the first real value. What is the first real value? Minus 3. So here we have to write what is the probability corresponding to minus 3, and it should be multiplied with u of x minus xi. That means u of x minus of minus 3, u of x plus 3. So now we are going to write that expression. If you want to write that expression, so p of x is like this. So now I have calculated fx of x also. So these are the values of fx of x. So now I am going to write the what is the expression for probability distribution function as well as probability density function. So probability distribution function is given as fx of x is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n. N means last value. It is p of xi is multiplied with u of x minus xi. So if you go for the what is the expression for probability density function, that is small fx of x is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to n. This is probability of xi is multiplied with del of x minus xi. So now the same thing we have to substitute here. So I is equal to 1 means the probability of first real value is minus 3 real value is multiplied with u of x minus xi. That means u of x minus of minus 3. So it will become u of plus 3. So next one is probability of minus 2 into u of x plus 2. After that, probability of x minus 1 is multiplied with u of x plus 1. Probability of 0, u of 0. Sorry, u of x. So probability of 1, u of x minus 1. Probability of 2, u of x minus 2. So this is the expression for the probability distribution function. So within this, what is the probability of minus 3? The minus 3 probability is 0.2. So simply I can write 0.2 into u of x plus 3. So what is the probability of minus 2? This is 0.125 into u of x plus 2. And so on. You have to write the further remaining all values. That means p of minus 1 is equal to 0.25 into u of x plus 1 plus p of 0 is equal to 0.1 u of x plus 0.075 into u of x minus 1 plus the last value is 0.25 into u of x minus 2. But just remember one thing, in the expression of distribution function, you will not get the distributed values. Okay, you will get the corresponding probabilities only you will get. But if you observe the real expansion, what will happen is, so the just example, take the one value. At x is equal to, I need the fx of x. At x is equal to minus 2, suppose I need it. So minus 2 means what? So here u of minus 2. U of minus 2 here come. So that means u of minus 2 means how much you are going to get here? Minus 2 plus 3, u of 1 you will get. So that means u of 1 you will get. Here u of minus 2 means 0 you will get. Here u of minus 2 means minus 1 you will get. Here u of x means u of minus 2 you will get. Here u of minus 3, u of minus 4. So what is the final value at x is equal to minus 2 is, so u of 1, unit step function is valid in terms of only positive side. So u of 1 will becomes 1. U of 0 also becomes 1. But this one 0, this one 0, this one 0, this one 0. That means what? So whenever you are going for at x is equal to minus 2, it will adds the two values. That means this value 1, this value 1. 1 into this probability plus 1 into this probability. Both will getting be added. So exactly you will get your distribution probability like this 0.325. So now just don't confuse. The expression will include the only direct probabilities in PDF or small PDF or capital PDF. But the problem is while calculating the values only you will get the cumulative additions. While drawing the graphs you should use the only cumulative addition values, but while writing the expression you should write the only probabilities. That's it. So now in the similar fashion, what is the probability density function expansion? The same thing we are going to get in place of u of x minus xi, we are going to get del of x minus xi. So the same thing you are going to get here. So here this is 0.2 into del of x plus 3 plus, so the next one is 0.125 into del of x plus 2 plus 0.25 into del of x plus 1 plus 0.1 into del of x plus 0.075 into del of x minus 1 plus 0.25 into del of x minus 2. So this is what exactly the expansion for probability density function. So now you should write what are the corresponding probabilities is multiplied with del function. So now the another question is the plot for the PDF and small PDF. So we all know that how to draw the plots. So just we will draw the plots for this. So how many values it is having? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So here, so how we are going to draw the plot for the PDF here is the simple logic again. So I am going to take the x-axis. So here I am starting at 0. This is region is 0. This is -1, -2 and -3. So here this is 1 and 2. So up to 2 only here. So now this is my x-axis having the real values. This is the distribution function having the capital Fx of x. So now what is the values? So what is the Fx of x value at -3? So at -3 what is the value of this one? 0.2. So now I am starting from, this is 0.2 suppose. So now this value is 0.2. So now what is the value of distribution function at -2? That means these both are added. So and it will give 0.325. So now we all know that what is the value lies between -3 to -2 also. The same value is continuing. Why? Because the probability at -2.1 also, it includes only -3. So the probability is coming like this and it will reach to 0.325. So what is the value of this one? 0.325. And after that, so -1, what is the value of this one? 0.575. Suppose this is 0.575. So what is the graph value here? Up to this the same value will go. So it will reach to the 0.575. So now what is the value at 0? What is the distribution function? 0.675. So at 0 it will becomes 0.675. So now the value will become, so here up to 0 the same value will go comes, and here only 0 only it will reach to the 0.675. So now what is the value at 1? 0.75. So here 1, suppose it is 0.75. So now my value up to 1 it will be continue and it will reach to the 0.75. What is the value at 2? It will becomes 1. Suppose it is in 1, it will reach to the 1 at 2. After 2 what will happen? That is what exactly done in the previous case also. The same value will be continued. After 3, if you 3 all probabilities are existing, so that means after 2 it will be continue the graph. The value is 1 only. So this is the plot for our probability distribution function. Now we will see the what is the plot for probability density function. So again I am going to draw the same x-axis. So this is in 0. So now I am taking this is in small Fx of x. So 0, 1, 2, -1, -2, -3. Why? Because I have these many real values. So now my point is, what is the probability? So what probability density function always tell us? It will gives the corresponding probabilities. What is the probability at -3? It will becomes 0. So at -3 the probability is 0.2. Suppose this is 0.2. So now what is the probability at -2? 0.125. So now the probability is 0.125. So what is the probability of -1? 0.25. Suppose this is 0.25. What is the probability of 0? 0.1. Suppose this is 0.1. So what is the probability at 1? 0.075. So it will always 0. less than 0.075. So what is the probability? 0.25. So now 0.25. So now this is the way you have to draw the probability density function graph. So now simply what we are drawn here is all real values are you are taken, the corresponding probabilities only we are represented. So this is the case of probability density function. This is the plot for probability distribution function. Just one point keep in mind. The distribution function is always gives the cumulative addition of the previous probabilities, whereas density functions will gives the only corresponding probabilities of the density function. So now we are going to solve the one more problem. So in this example, the probability density function small Fx of x is given. The range is also given 0 to 1. Then find out what is the value of k and what is the value of Fx of x. That is distribution function he is asking. So we all know that how you are going to find out small Fx of x is given. So in the discrete case what we taken, the total probabilities are equal to 1. but it is a continuous case. So from the property of the probability density function, so what it is telling is the area under the any probability density function in continuous case, it should be equal to 1. This is the property number 1. So the area under the any probability density function is equal to 1. So and if you know the one more thing, so when what is the relationship between continuous density function and discrete continuous distribution function and continuous density function? The small fx of x is given as differentiation of d by dx of capital Fx of x. But if you want to write in the reverse domain, the derivative will come into this side. So the capital Fx of x I can reckon minus integral of small fx of x into dx, and this will be given the integrated values are minus infinity to x. Minus infinity to x. Please keep it in mind, this is x. So whenever you are using the upper limit as an x, then only the function values also will comes at the end in terms of x. Okay. So if you are taking minus infinity to infinity, again it will becomes 1. So there is no use for that. So minus infinity to x only. So now by using these two formulas, I can solve this problem. So if you want to find fx of x is given, but there is a range is given, but what is the value of k I should calculate. So we know that from the theory of probability density function, from the properties, I can solve this one. So the total area under the any density function, small fx of x dx should be equal to 1. So now here the entire density function is only lies between 0 to 1. So 0 to 1. So what is the function value? K into 1 minus x square into dx, it should be equal to 1. So now I am taking k outside common, and what is the integral of 1? X. What is the integral of x square? X cube by 3. So I am going to apply the upper limit and lower limit 0 and 1. So it should be equal to 1. So now if you want to solve this one, so how we are going to calculate this one? Simplify. K into upper limit I am substituting. So 1 minus 1 by 3. This is upper limit minus of 0 minus 0. So when 2 are zeros, lower limits, and that should be equal to 1. So now k into 1 minus 1 by 3, 2 by 3. So the 2 by 3 into is equal to 1. So what is the value of k? The k value is giving that 3 by 2. So here what we done here is we are taking the property of the density function. The area under the any density function is equal to 1. By using this, we have just solved the integration. So here 1 minus x square, k is a constant, I am taking it outside. So 1 integration is x square is x cube by 3, upper limit 1 minus 1 by 3, that value is 2 by 3. It will go that side. What is the k value is 3 by 2. So now one more thing I have to calculate, what is the value of fx of x. So we know the formula, capital Fx of x is given as minus infinity to x fx of x into dx, right? So now we are going to solve it. Okay. So now our formula is fx of x is equal to integral of minus infinity to x into fx of x dx. Fx of x dx. So now I am going to substitute here. So here the function is starting from where? 0 to 1 only. This is valid only from 0 to 1. That means what? The lower limit is always starting with 0. So that means the 0 to x I am going to take. So the fx of x is k into 1 minus x square. So k already I find out. So 3 by 2 into 1 minus x square into dx. So just to solve this one. So what is the value I am going to get here? So the fx of x is given as, so 3 by 2 is a constant. Again I am going to integrate. This is x minus x cube by 3. The lower limit is 0, upper limit is x. So now what is the value of fx of x? It is equal to 3 by 2 into x minus x cube by 3. And the lower limits are 0 minus 0. So I left over like that. So now my final value is fx of x is equal to this one. So this is the way you have to solve it for the whenever the probability density function is given and we have to calculate probability distribution function.